What's up, guys? I just wanted to make a follow-up video to the last video I made, which was the one of me mumbling 3 or 4 minutes in Esperanto. I went through a couple of different things, but I wanted to make this video because I thought people may think to themselves, hey, why upload a video if you don't fully know, if you're having trouble with the language or anything like that. And it's very, very simple. To me, I think it's very important. I think it's very important to practice. I think it's very important to stutter your way through and stuff like that. And the reason is when I'm sitting there and I'm thinking and all right, let me break this down. When I go to my Esperanto meetings and I speak with my buddy Kyle, if I say, for example, if I'm drinking, which this is not milk, but let's say I was drinking milk and I was saying, mi trincas la, he would know milk and he could say lacton, and I could say, oh yeah, lacton, mi trincas lacton. And so obviously that is good, but when you're on your own, it makes you think. So I would have to say mi trincas, and I would have to go through the words in my head and try to remember it until finally it would click. Something hopefully would click, and I would be able to say lacton. Or I could look it up in a dictionary, on your phone or whatever, and making you recall the information, which can help ingrain it into your head. Like they say, like they've done bunches of studies and stuff, and basically the best way to memorize vocabulary is to just look at it and forget it. And then as you start to recall it, that's how it sticks in your head. And to me, stumbling through that, having to think of words or having to think of a general idea in English and then having to translate it in Esperanto, and if I don't know the exact wording, figuring out how to translate it into Esperanto in a way that's coherent and understandable to my purpose that I'm trying to say, but in a different way, like it makes the language stick in my head more. And so when I'm mumbling through and I'm making mistakes, I know that it's okay because I know there's going to be people in the comments making corrections. Well, the first Esperanto video I did, the first upload that I did in a long time, there was a guy that corrected me, and I was saying canolo for channel, as in YouTube channel, and he was like, it's canalo, and I should have known that, and I didn't, but he corrected me that, and then from him correcting me there, and I knew that I had made the mistake, I could go back and just say several sentences with the word to get reacquainted with it. And it's not instant, but it is a form of instant gratification of putting something up and then having someone correct you. And like I said, I'm not saying, like, it's good to speak to people in person, but when you're doing YouTube, this right here, this is just me talking to a camera. There's nobody watching this at the current time I'm recording it. And so if I don't know exactly what I'm saying, it's on me to try to figure it out because I'm trying to have a conversation with someone else who's going to be watching later. And so it's forcing me to be able to speak. And I don't want to become a passive learner, and I know that there's people who disagree and don't think that that's a possibility or whatever, but I'm a very big believer in that, and I honestly think that your brain has it separated, and I think that there is a big difference in hearing something and reading something versus being able to speak it. And I don't want to be somebody who can hear stuff and say, yeah, and then really struggle with speaking. So that's why I struggle when speaking on YouTube, is because I know the more I struggle, the more it'll make me want to just really get in and perfect it and be able to speak it and recall. I can remember my first Esperanto meeting with my buddy Kyle, and he was obviously good at that point, but there was still a little stutter here or there, which is totally normal. And then, man, just the last couple of times, because we went like a year without meeting, and then the last couple of times, man, that I met him, I mean, he speaks Esperanto as I'm speaking English right now. Like, it's just boom, 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 no thought. And so, I don't know. I think I may have got off topic there for a minute, but the point is, make the videos, man. I think struggling in a language makes it stick in your brain more, and I don't think it's bad. If you're saying things wrong and you're teaching yourself wrong, that's one thing. But if you think you have a general idea and then getting the corrections and being able to fix that, I think it's very important. And like I said, it's very important to be able to speak, and it's very important to be able to recall that information on your own and not have to constantly rely on somebody to feed you that word that you're missing. So that's kind of my point. Hopefully you guys got something out of that. I have a bad problem of getting off tangent sometimes. So yeah, I just wanted to make that update video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.